Hey everybody, I'm Juliana and you're watching Sprocket Girl. Have you ever approached a feature that you were too scared to try to ride and you just watched other people do it, or maybe you bypassed it or even walked your bike down the feature but later wished you had tried to ride it?
This part is the hard part, getting around this corner. Plus it's like icy and muddy. I think I need to come back and actually session this sometime. Right now this does not look like fun.
I've done this many times with a lot of different features for various different reasons. For instance, I didn't want to hold up the group I was riding with, or I was enjoying the flow of the ride and I didn't want to interrupt it, or the feature was just plain too scary for me to even think about trying it. And that's okay. Don't attempt a feature that's way above your skill level without safely working your way up to it. However, there's plenty of features out there that are just a little bit above your skill level and that maybe you've been wanting to try to ride. From personal experience, I have benefited so much as a rider from sessioning tricky sections, and it has never been a waste of time. I absolutely love sessioning tricky parts of my rides. So if you've been wanting to attempt a feature but you weren't sure how to approach it, or you were too scared to try it, I've put together 5 tips on how to safely session those features and succeed in cleaning them. So my first step is to walk through the feature on foot or while pushing your bike to get an initial impression of what the feature looks like. And if you're riding with friends who are patient and who love sessioning too, you could ask them for their opinions and discuss it with them together. This is especially helpful if you have a friend who has already ridden and cleaned the feature and who can give you some helpful tips on how to ride it.
Okay, so I'm going to do a walkthrough through this part. It's right next to the waterfall, so we call it the waterfall. I've never actually cleaned it because it looks a little scary, but that's why we're going to do the walkthrough. So you wouldn't go here because if you go here, okay, then you have like a really weird turn.
You're not gonna make the turn, yeah.
Then you have a weird turn right here. Yeah, okay. I think the problem is this turn right here. The rest of it is doable. Straight down here as opposed to here because you can get stuck on that rock maybe.
Yeah, I just don't like coming in here and then having
It
to
funnels you through.
wheel
Yeah.
and then catch the pedal, you know?
Yeah.
My second tip is to visualize yourself riding the feature. After you've walked through it and hopefully discussed it with your buddies, visualize yourself riding through the whole feature and already pick the lines you'll want to ride when you're on your bike. Visualizing yourself riding it and cleaning it in your mind will already set the tone for a successful ride when you get on your bike.
My goal, well, there's various different lines, but I think what I'm going to try to do is come here and then roll right down this rock. Another option would be to go over here, which is what Joel has done before, but I think I might take this approach. Roll down this rock here and come around here. This is pretty easy access. Dun, dun, dun. And then the tempting thing would be to go through here because it's smooth. The problem is it doesn't set you up very well to get around the corner there, which we actually just saw a couple people do. So instead, you'll want to come around here, or I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if it's going to work, but come around here and then make a big turn and then try to not go all the way on the outside here because then you might get stuck in that kind of funnel area here, but instead go straight down here over these rocks, and then once you're out there, you're safe.
If you're riding with a friend who has more experience than you and who has maybe already ridden and cleaned the feature, ask them to ride it for you and watch them doing it. Pay special attention to those parts of the feature that are particularly tricky and that you identified during your walkthrough. You could also ask your friend to tow you in, which means that they ride in front of you while you follow them closely on your bike. Obviously, if you're riding alone, this step doesn't apply. Or if you get really lucky, maybe someone you don't know will ride by and clean it for you to watch.
Let's see how Joel does this. I'm kind of curious to watch someone do it before I attempt it. All right, he's going around there. Wide, that's the tricky part. And nice. I think right where Graham's standing, getting around that corner is going to be the hardest part. Right now I'm freaking myself out. All right, well, I'll just give it a go.
This is my fourth tip. If possible, break the feature into rideable sections and attempt to ride each section separately. Knowing that you can clean individual sections of the feature can help you feel more confident before you take the final step, which is tying the whole thing together. If the feature you're sessioning only consists of, for instance, one drop, you might not be able to break it up. So skip tip number 4.
Okay, let's try it. Ah, no, I was almost set up for it. Got stuck right here. You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna piece it out. Yeah, I'm gonna come around here, set myself up, and go down it, and then try and combine it. Woo. Okay, doable. I almost got my foot stuck on that rock though, and I think I need to do it a little faster.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Yeah.
Now it's finally time to ride the whole feature by yourself. And once you've successfully cleaned it, my advice to you is to go back and do it again. Twice, 3 times, 4 times, even more. The more you ride it and successfully clean it, the more confident you'll feel on it, and the more the feeling of riding it will cement itself in your body and your mind.
I'm gonna try this again. I'm trying to combine the 2 parts that I did last time to do it in one run.
Awesome.
Yeah. Woo! That was great. Yeah, more speed. I guess enduro prep paid off. Kind of proud of myself. Bring back the self high five again. I'm gonna do it one more time, especially now that I know how it feels. Just give it one more go. Kind of cement that feeling in. That was awesome. Super fun.
And most of all, don't forget to have fun. Being able to look at scary features as something that's potentially fun and challenging, and maybe even finding your inner child while you're doing it, can be a huge help in getting over those scary feelings you might have around tricky features. Now it's time for you to go out there and session some tricky features and then come back and tell me all about it. See you next time. Bye.